YouTube friends. It's Susan with the Narcissistic Abuse Journey Alliance. I want to start off by saying thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you to my new subscribers. Everyone, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. All right, let's get right down to business. The narcissist does not care, and there won't be any reciprocity in the relationship. Not ever. We must get clear on this. It's total Svengali. They don't give a rat's ass. Overt, covert, borderline, sociopathic, psychopathic, it doesn't matter. The common denominator is a distinct lack of empathy. No conscience, no compassion, no remorse. They will never see your point of view. It's their way or the highway, and nothing means anything to them. They possess a pathological envy, which is a form of hatred. They hate you. They hate you for your loving, empathic, understanding qualities, and ultimately sabotage all of their relationships because they have to have total control. They are always unhappy, and they want you miserable too. Misery loves company. You will never reform a true toxic narcissist. It ain't gonna happen. My husband died 2 years ago, which I've mentioned in other videos. He was not a toxic narcissist. He was an empath. But before I met my husband, I dated quite a few extreme narcissists, including having a very long relationship with a covert narcissist. I just was swinging on the rope, hanging on to the rope in that relationship for many years. But I just attracted narcissists, and I still do, but I'm much smarter and wiser, and I know the red flags now. So I just get my machete out when I see trouble coming, and I just cut the whole thing off at the pass. I think the lack of empathy is the most insulting. And when I say insulting, I mean the most shocking, really. They do not care. When you see the mask slip, you can see that no one's home. You can see that something is wrong, that there's like this big disconnect. They will never be there for you. They will never be there for you when you're sick. They won't. They will not be there for you if you lose your job. They won't. They are shallow and devoid of real emotion. MRIs done on the brains of individuals with extreme narcissism point to structural abnormalities precisely in the region of the brain, the cerebral cortex, which is involved in processing compassion, empathy, and other normal, healthy human emotions. Their brains do not light up in this part of the brain. They are incapable of meaningful connections with others. Okay, so that's the science. Then we know there's an environmental component also. And my observations over the years with the narcissists that I have known is one observation is that they all did not have a good relationship with their mother. And I am not blaming mothers, but I think this is interesting. The narcissists that I have known, they were either their mother's surrogate husband, sometimes they were their father's surrogate wife. I knew one narcissist that it was just like a big clusterfuck. He grew up in a narcissistic household where both parents were narcissistic, and he was the surrogate wife and the surrogate husband. The parents were arguing all the time inappropriately in front of the children about sex, about money, anything. No boundaries whatsoever. So I'm not blaming mothers, I'm not blaming parents, but the child comes into the world, and obviously someone has to take care of the child. And usually it's the mother. And some of these mothers are mommy dearest, let's face it. I've had narcissistic female friends over the years too. And they didn't have a great relationship with their mother either. So I'm just saying, this is an observation. And, you know, how can it not affect a child, uh, who they're being raised by, who the primary caregiver is? You know, that's a very important component. So I'm just saying. While you were singing Lou Rawls in the shower, remember his great song, You'll Never Find Another Love Like Mine? All right, don't make me sing it. You'll never find bump 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 ba bump ba ba another love like mine. Ba ba bump bump ba ba. Remember that song? You're gonna miss my lovin'. You're gonna miss my lovin'. You're gonna miss my lovin'. I'm just like a singing fool these days. But believe me, the narcissist, they are not singing that song about you. You can be sure of that. They're singing probably something more like, I'm too sexy for myself, too sexy for... Who sang that song? Let's see, I wrote it down. Oh, Right Said Fred. That's a good dance song, isn't it? Anyway, they're not missing you. They're on to their new supply, and the new supply is probably taking on way too much responsibility for the relationship, jumping through hoops. You know, the narcissist is probably playing the violin, you know, giving the new supply some sob story, and the shit sauce is just flying all over the place, and it's a real crap concert because the narcissist, I'm sure, is laying it on real thick with the shit sauce. Just remember, water seeks its own level. It's all fake love. None of it is real. A narcissist mimics other people's emotions. They were never invested in the relationship like you thought. Many narcs are non-committal. Just look at their past relationships and their work history. No caring individual immediately goes off with another person in a blink of an eye. And the most hurtful element about this kind of scenario is that the narcissist set up the new supply way before they discarded you. They always have to have someone in the queue, someone they can fall back on. You were probably getting too close. You were honing in on who they really were. You saw the mask slip, and they probably felt you pulling back, and they're always looking for new supply. They'll get on dating websites and start their routine of SIFT and sort. This is what they do. It's a whole routine. It's a game to them. It's a numbers game. Just remember that the narcissist cannot be with a person that has a healthy sense of themselves. They have to have somebody who is in the dark, someone who's vulnerable, someone probably, you know, who thinks they can fix them, who will, oh, you poor thing, give them all the sympathy and empathy, and it's just a big crap concert. Recently, I read Dr. Craig Malkin's book, Rethinking Narcissism. You should check his book out. He takes a new and interesting approach on this topic, and I thought the book was very good, so check it out. Remember, you did nothing wrong. It was not you. The narcissist cannot and does not care. It's biological and environmental. They mimic others in order to appear as if they care. They're fucked in the head. There's nothing you could have done. It's a cycle, and it will repeat itself over and over again. The new supply is unaware of narcissistic abuse, unaware of red flags, doesn't understand toxic relationship patterns, and that's the kind of supply and new target that a narcissist wants. They want someone who has their head in the sand like an ostrich, who just doesn't know any better. Remember, the opposite of love is indifference, and that is the state of affairs you want to aspire to when dealing with a narcissist. Whether it's a romantic interest, family member, parent, they don't change and they don't care. They're only interested in getting their own needs met. So chin up and brush yourself off. Work on yourself. It is imperative to examine why you were attracted to such a vile person and why you stayed and put up with the bad behavior. Be the person you want to attract. The new supply is on hopey, dopey, doo-doo, and the narcissist is just slathering the shit sauce all over them. So you're not missing anything. You are important, and your feelings, needs, and desires count. Yes, they do. We are all champions. Be braver. I want us together raising awareness about narcissism and narcissistic abuse, because that is how we will make the world a better place. Please call me for mentoring and coaching. I'm here and I want to help. Go to najalliance.com, go to the contact page. My number is there. Call me. I'd love to hear your voice. Please like, share, and subscribe. Sending love and hugs, and I'll be in touch again soon.